After a long day of shopping, the mall began to empty out as closing time approached. Desperate to relieve myself before heading home, I reluctantly ventured down the long, creepy hallway towards the mall's restroom. The atmosphere was unsettling, reminiscent of the nightmarish setting in Silent Hill 3's Central Square shopping center. The corridor looked run down, and the dim, fluorescent lights flickered and buzzed ominously. I entered the restroom, feeling uneasy as soon as I stepped in. It was dark, and immediately I felt like someone was watching me. I walked over to the stalls and entered one, quickly locking the door behind me. After I sat down to do my business, I heard a creaking noise from above and looked up, my eyes widening at what I saw. To my horror, there was an old, creepy, demonic-looking woman with white eyes and a blank expression peering over the top of the stall at me. A surge of terror pulsed through my veins. My heart pounded in my chest as I tried to scream, but nothing came out. Driven by a desperate instinct to defend myself, I decided to punch her in the face, hoping that it would scare her off. But to my horror, no matter how many times I punched her, it didn't even faze her. She just kept staring at me, her soulless white eyes never blinking. After what felt like an eternity, the old woman slowly descended, vanishing from my line of sight. I breathed a momentary sigh of relief, naively believing the ordeal to be over. But as soon as I rose from the seat to leave, I felt a cold, bony hand grab my ankle. I looked down to see the old woman's face, staring back up at me from under the stall, her face now twisted into a sinister smile growing wider. Despite my desperate attempts to shake her off, her grip clung to me with an iron strength. With a relentless force, she began pulling me down toward the cold bathroom floor, dragging me out of the stall. I screamed and thrashed, desperately fighting against her hold. Finally, with a burst of adrenaline, I managed to break free from her grasp. Sprinting out of the restroom, I fled the mall and rushed to my car, not daring to look back. From that moment on, I've never entered another public restroom alone again, especially near closing time. The memory of that encounter still haunts me. I am always vigilant, constantly glancing over my shoulder, fearing the old woman's return and her relentless attempt to drag me down into the abyss.